everybody. So today I am continuing on my series of Disney Canon Project. This I started, I think, in 2016, where I first reviewed all of the Disney Canon and I got up until that point, and then I've just been continually updating. So I have two more to update from the last 2 years. We're talking about Wish, and then I'll have Moana 2 coming up. Yeah, let's talk about Wish. And Wish is such a frustrating movie. It can't be like separated from its release and from the fact that it was trying to be so much and that it failed in being so much. Like the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, that was just bland. That was just average. But especially when you had it being the 100th anniversary of Walt Disney Animation, that was not good enough. So even that like initial sort of blah response that I had, that's not good enough for the 100th anniversary. So initially I felt disappointed. And then with every rewatch, somehow I've managed to watch this movie 4 times. I do not know why I've had to watch that so many times. I hope never to watch it again, but it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And the problems just keep getting worse and worse and worse. And there's so many different angles, and I feel like it's been kind of talked about to death. So this might actually not be that long of a review, but there's so many different parts of Wish that are underwhelming. And I think what's frustrating is that there are so much of it that had such potential that yeah, it could just be a bland movie, but it had so much potential to be so much more. The incredibly sloppy rhyming, the lyrics are terrible.
Just who you are. I'm a star. Woo! I'm a star.
Watch out, world, here I are.
It's also very poorly paced, the lyrics. So you'll have one line that's just a few words, and then the next line will be like 15 words all crammed in together. And so it just makes the songs very awkward. And I mean, I think that her Wish song, would be serviceable, and of course Anna DeBose has a good voice, but we don't really get any sense of what she wants. What is she? I guess she's always wanted to work for Magnifico. Why is she wanted to work for Magnifico? What is her dream? Where as opposed to like Ariel and Belle, there's like specific things that have happened that have shown why she doesn't fit in, why she's frustrated, what she wants in both those characters. Or Mulan, there's been an extended sequence showing how she doesn't fit in. Even Maribel in Encanto, we've seen that she specifically is the only one that didn't get a gift. There's a specific thing that she wants, waiting on a miracle, of why she doesn't fit in, what's going on, what is her dream. Whereas Asha, we don't really know. She seems to be pretty well liked. She seems to be pretty happy. She I guess had this job interview, but there's no sense of like a real desire to want to escape this horrible life that she has, though she's not happy. Why? What's going on?
Something more for us than this. So I make this.
The other thing that makes no sense is the whole setup for the wishes doesn't make sense. So supposedly her grandfather made this wish about wanting to inspire the young people with song, but he doesn't seem to suffer at all from not having this wish. He still manages to inspire all the young people around him. I mean, he's a big inspiration for Asha. Asha loves him. He seems to have lived a happy life. How is his life hurt at all by not having this wish? And so it just makes everything not make sense. It starts off with Magnifico doing this kind of kindly thing of providing this island where people could live and be protected and safe and everything like that. But they have to give these wishes. But it doesn't seem like that has hurt the people at all. Like the people seem perfectly happy and without their wishes. So there's no sense, there's no stakes, there's no sense of anything that is wrong. And so the movie just has just like watching a lot of pleasant scenes instead of a story that you care about. It's a lot of like, oh, remember this was just like in this other movie where we actually cared about the characters, and remember this looks like kind of what those other movies that we actually cared about, and we had a character that we cared about. And I was nervous but excited for them to do a traditional villain with Magnifico, but his motivations don't really make any sense. Like, he doesn't really work as a villain because he is actually keeping the people happy. So why does he even show Asha the wishes? That makes no sense. Why is anybody against him? Why is he the bad guy? What's he doing? It seems like he just makes the turn in order to be the bad guy. Like, there's no sense of an arc for him and his character. There's some like campy moments that are fun enough. The thanks I get, like, but you never really understand why the people are rebelling or why he suddenly turned bad.
And this is the thanks I get. This is the thanks I get.
It's just a weird arc. Then you have the attempts at humor, which are a complete failure. The chicken song, that scene was not funny, and I guess it was an allusion to Be Our Guest. Like, what? And you have the seven dwarfs, her sidekicks, who are only there to be reminded of something better. They're not given any real arc or any real story or anything that's meaningful. I mean, the reason why Olaf works as a sidekick is that he's given an actual arc. You see him grow and change. Even Sebastian, you see him change by the end and become a better person, a new character. And so these are literally just sidekicks in order to crack a few jokes and to be reminded of the other movies that you like much better than this. The animation, it has some nice moments, but it also looks kind of weird. It doesn't have that flow that you want in your CG animation, but then it doesn't have the unique artistic sense that you have in something like a Spider-Verse or Last Wish. It feels like something that was made for television that then was put on the big screen. It looks like a Friendship is Magic episode as far as the animation, and which you shouldn't expect from the 100th anniversary of Disney animation. And so yeah, this is the problem with Wish, is that Asha is a flat character. She doesn't grow, she doesn't change, her motivations make no sense. The villain, he becomes a villain overnight for no reason. The animation feels flat and lifeless. The songs are terrible as far as the lyrics. They're passable as far as the music, but they just get worse every time I hear them. I notice another bad lyric. And it's just very little to hang your head on when it comes to Wish, very little to enjoy. And it's such a bummer. I mean, I think the little star character, that's cute. And I enjoy the animation with the star. I hate the goat, Valentino, so annoying, not funny. What else am I going to say? It feels a lot longer than 95 minutes when you're watching. I like Asha's design. I'm not that crazy about her dress. It's fine, I guess, but it feels kind of like a copy of Rapunzel's dress. The queen initially, I kind of liked her a little bit better, but once I heard that she was supposed to be this like evil couple with Magnifico, that sounds so much better. So I was kind of soured on her, and that's about it with this movie. It's just so disappointing. And I can understand why it's a lot of people's least favorite Disney movie, because it just had so much potential and it meant so much being the 100th anniversary, but it's just bad. It's a bad movie and it's a bummer. And I wish that it had been better. I wish that they'd stayed with some of the ideas that they originally had for it. I wish that they had gotten a better lyricist. I wish they'd gotten a better I wish they had had a coherent story with character arcs that made sense. I wish that the Wish whole concept was fleshed out and actually made sense. It's just bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, bummer on Wish. Let me know what you think about Wish in the comments section. And please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Make sure you check out my playlist with all my Disney Canon Project reviews. They're a lot of fun. And make sure you check out our recent ranking that we did for Talking Disney, where we did a new ranking, including Wish and leading all the way up to Moana 2 for our 100th episode. We did that, so that was a lot of fun. You should definitely want to check that out, and check out the Patreon group. That's the biggest way you can support what I do. And we have a lot of fun animation discussions and more. Please check that out. And then we have the merch store. We have hashtag Animation Junkie shirts. So please take a look at that. And thanks so much, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye.